Hello and welcome back for today's Financial News Digest, presented by FX, your reliable partner in trading. Here's what's happening on the markets today.
Alibaba dropped 2.4% on Wednesday, closing at $116.74, as investors reacted to concerns about China's economic outlook and regulatory pressures. Wednesday's regular session ended lower, with the Dow Jones down 0.6%, the S&P 500 off 0.6%, and the Nasdaq Composite slipping 0.5% as trade tensions re-emerged. WTI crude oil futures traded above $62 per barrel on Thursday, marking a second consecutive session of gains, supported by reduced tariff risks and prospects of tighter supply. The British pound fell to around $1.34, remaining under pressure due to the dollar's rebound, driven by strong U.S. consumer confidence and optimism around trade deals. Ether rose by 2.5% to around $2,750, driven by renewed institutional interest, optimism about the upcoming Pectra upgrade, and strong technical indicators fueling bullish sentiment. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 5 a.m., Japan to release the Consumer Confidence Index for May, following 31.2 in April. At 12:30 p.m., the gross domestic product growth rate in the U.S. is expected to decrease, after reaching 2.4% in the fourth quarter of 2024. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the pending home sales of April, following 6.1% in March. Tomorrow's major economic events. At 12:30 p.m., the U.S. to release the core price index for April, following 0% in March. At 12:30 p.m., the personal income in the U.S. is expected to decrease, after reaching 0.5% in March. At 12:30 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the personal spending of April, following 0.7% in March.
And that's it for today's Market News Roundup, presented by FX. Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow for more financial news.